This is how you pivot your brand without losing your audience. Okay, I have to talk about Olivia Rodrigo. I know I just did a video on Sabrina Carpenter, but this definitely ties in. So she just released her new single, Drop Dead, for her new album, You Seem Pretty Sad for a Girl So in Love. Also, if you don't know who I am, hi, I'm Brianna. I'm a web designer and I design visual assets for brands and businesses. I just make you look cohesive and credible online and beyond. And that is why I have to talk about this branding pivot today with Olivia because so far it seems really good and it could have been really bad. This is actually very relevant to what I just talked about in my last video with Sabrina because I kind of went over how Sabrina really has cemented who she is in her branding and we know what to expect from her. We know what we're going to get from her. And so far, Olivia's done the same. We know Olivia for her classic pop punk energy. It's very angsty, vulnerable, raw, very sad girl, all kind of coated in her signature color, purple. So when she announced this new album and started shifting into pink, I noticed a lot of fans were unsure about what they were going to get. And from a branding standpoint, I was really interested to just see if this pivot was going to work for her. This is already so different from the last two singles she released for her last two albums, which were Driver's License and Vampire. Those songs are really similar. They're very raw, emotional, vulnerable ballads. This one is like a bouncy pop song, so it couldn't be more opposite. Even visually in the music video, she's dancing and frolicking around the Palace of Versailles in this frilly, coquette, feminine outfit. She's definitely playing up that girly, soft, feminine vibe. But I believe what makes this pivot work and why fans seem to be loving it is that she has retained her voice. It still feels like it came from Olivia. I literally watched it and said, oh, she kept her bite. So some examples, there's still that pop punk edge when she does her talk singing style. Also the title of the song, Drop Dead, when I first clicked on it, I thought that it was going to sound like something off of Guts, but then you listen and it's Kiss Me and I Might Drop Dead. She's also got lyrics like, I feel like I might throw up, left hook, right punch to the gut, I'm paranoid I made you up. Those are all very insecure girl in love. And all of this fits Olivia's voice. That is the key. Who she is at her core, that vulnerability that made people love her the first time that they heard Driver's License. So to sum it all up, I think this pivot works really well for Olivia, and I've seen a lot of artists try to experiment and get it wrong. And in my opinion, I think that's because a lot of artists forget to retain their point of view when they're experimenting. That's kind of like your stamp of originality. That's why people love you in the first place. It's what makes art special to each individual. So by keeping her voice, Olivia is able to play in this new aesthetic and still retain her fans because they're there for her heart, not for her signature color purple. And the same thing goes for brands and businesses. Your audience is always connecting to your core identity. I talk about this so much, but your brand speaks in ways beyond colors and logos. So it is okay to pivot or evolve your brand, but you just can't abandon your heart because that is what people trust and connect with. At the end of the day, we're all just human trying to connect with each other. And when it's genuine, I think people know.